Good evening, folks. I'm the voice of Dog. With me is Raucus.
Howdy, folks.
Welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. This is the prelude to Act 3, The Entertainment. Evening Anon. Evening Mal Kitty. Good evening, everyone. Let's talk about the entertainment.
Okay. Entertaining. Entertained.
So,
Are you moving the camera or is it doing that on its own?
no, that's me. I can move the
Okay.
camera. Now, if we look behind us, we can see shapes.
That is an audience.
Student production is audacious.
Uh-huh.
Are you ready for some art? Is it time for art?
I have heard about this moment. I thought they were speaking metaphorically, but I guess not.
This may not be the moment you're thinking of. This is going automatically. This play is a favorite among companies wishing to show their knowledge of local cultural history. How unexpected, then, to encounter a production that treats the script so irreverently. The student company has gone so far as to change the title of the play and even add a new character. A silent, uncredited actor who pantomimes drunkenness with all the grace of a dog trying to escape from under a duvet. Duvet?
Duvet.
Duvet.
It's a blanket.
Mm.
It's a big, heavy comforter.
So I guess this is a review of this production that we're looking at, if we're going to give some
Yep.
context for this room. So there's some people here. We've got a bit of an audience. There's this person standing off to the side in the dark here.
I would guess an ASL interpreter from their positioning, but
Maybe.
I don't know.
Wait, is that Lula? In the dark there? That looks like Lula.
I mean, she's got glasses and a blazer. I couldn't tell you much more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's much younger than Lula, if that's her.
This could be in the past, or I
I
don't
mean, it
know.
would have to be, yeah. Because we never actually seen Donald and Joseph.
Joseph, we didn't
Was
see up close.
Yeah, he was very small and very in a large chair. So, like, it is conceivable that those two folks that she's with are Don and Joe.
We've got a guy at. Could that be sound? Could it be
Trunk?
doing sound?
Ah,
I
you
don't know.
wouldn't
It doesn't look
be
like
on
sound.
you wouldn't have a tech crew on the stage like that unless it was supposed to be part of the show.
Well, here's the stage over here.
Yeah, well, swing 180.
Yeah, let's
Right?
look. Let's look at the. Let's pretend we're in the audience here, because that's what we're doing. Or are
Sure.
we?
Well, it looks like you're on stage.
Or are
Yeah, like,
we? Yeah,
oh, we're the
we're
dog,
the
the
barfly.
graceless dog.
Yeah, we're the new character in the play. I just realized that after this is my second viewing of this. But these guys are gonna go on for a while.
Look out over the audience for a second for me.
Sure.
I want to see some. I want to check something.
It's a little
'Cause you
dark,
bring
so
up.
you have to wait for your eyes to adjust a bit.
Sure, sure. Look down the center. Look up the aisle. Cause I can't. So top center, right there.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, that would have a window in it, and that's where the light and sound and stage manager would be.
Sure.
But I'm not seeing anything.
No.
Okay.
There's a guy there, just sitting down there.
Yeah. He's got his hand. It looks like a steamer trunk though.
Mm-hmm. Pantomime the
So,
barfly.
yeah. He might be working some equipment. It's hard to tell. His hands are blocked.
Let's see what they're talking about. They're just talking about the weather. I like how the light changes as you pan over things. It's really nice.
Mm.
As you try to struggle to figure out like where you've been dumped into. Gonna open up my backup beer.
I just got coffee on me this evening.
We are here at a bar We might as well pretend.
Yeah, now that I don't smoke, all I have to do at bars is drink, and what the fuck is that?
Right? That gets boring after a while. You gotta mix
I
it
go to
up.
a show and I actually watch the show instead of hanging out in the alley chain smoking all night.
Screw that. Screw it.
I had a con coming up and I was contemplating picking up smoking again for the weekend, but don't have to worry about that now.
That's what my friend does, actually. He always, like, picks up a pack of cigarettes even though he doesn't smoke anymore. Hard Times whiskey. That's all you got?
That's our will.
It's a good whiskey. Local.
Ooh.
You take deliveries from them? Sure. You ever see one of them? The boys from Hard
The
Times.
bartender is looking at me.
Yeah, he's looking at us.
He's...
I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make a good whiskey. Who are we to judge? No one of consequence. What's all this bread for? There is bread here, but for some reason there's a brick sandwich.
I also appreciate whenever you look at your stuff, the stage directions for the barfly appear over things. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, there's a brick sandwich on every table. Rain's Law. The other ones went bad while you were on vacation. You have a good time while the sandwiches rotted? 7 days on a beach, and all I could think about was work. You know, the new kitchen. Maybe hire a hostess, you know? A hostess? At the lower depths? Ah, crazy. No. It's not so crazy. I was in a bar down there in, New Orleans. They had a hostess, some dive. She seats you and, I don't know, points out the specials. Could have specials every night in here. Drink specials. You make cocktails? Nah. Food specials. Monday night chicken. I don't know, grilled chicken?
Yeah, chicken.
Caesar salad?
That's a bit much.
Class it up, you know? Bess would have liked it. Here's the Bess. Here's to Bess. Let me grab
Bricks on
a
the bar too.
good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. How about that sot in the corner? Not bothering nobody. Been here long? Soon as I opened. Got started a bit earlier, I suspect. On a bender, huh? Sleeping in a ditch or something? You don't think. Maybe Ted. No. Ted's a good man, honest, well-liked. He's liked, but he's well-liked. Sales is a good fit. Selling hammers. Can you believe it? Somebody has to. The hammers. They don't sell themselves. Here, here. It's just hard. Ted on the road. Stuff all over. What to do all day? Come here, I guess. Boy, these people would not handle quarantine too well, huh?
Nope. Swing around to the audience for a second. I'm curious.
Okay. It pauses this whole thing. Let me see if anyone's... Oh, hang on. No, she's still there. There's someone over
Everyone.
there.
Yeah, yeah. The. Oh yeah,
Oh, is that Joseph, maybe?
might be. Like I said, I never really got a good look at what he. Hmm. I ask because I've been in and worked on a number of conceptual short plays like this,
Oh,
and
you've got to have done some stuff like this before.
we didn't exactly have the audience stay the whole time. Some of it I can't blame them.
What's tonight? Oh, tonight it's... Oh, Junebug. I'll stay for that. I need some music, get my mind off Ted. Something romantic, you know? A love song from when the world was young. What time? Around 8, maybe? Well, set 'em up slow, or I'll sleep right through it.
Yeah, this is some Harold Pinter shit. Ooh, okay.
Hang on. I've got a set change.
Lighting. Oh, the TV. TVs are important.
Put it back on that weird dinosaur show, will you? Those history programs don't make any sense. I prefer the nature programs. They think they can just say anything on TV. I don't believe there to be a damn word in the Bible about dinosaurs on the Ark. Been a long time since Sunday school for me. You go to church, though? No, not since Bess. It was her church, really. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman.
Yeah.
I'm actually drinking with them. They've got you now. I just think they're gonna run out of rope before long. Dinosaurs on the Ark. I prefer the nature programs. Yeah. So your vacation was good? 7 days poolside. Thought you said it was a beach. Oh, sure. No, it was a pool. Was it a pool? Or a beach? Maybe I don't remember. Weird. You think I'm making this up? Oh no, Hi, Harry.
Oh, new character. Oh, hey, wait. I think that was
that was who we thought the interpreter
yeah.
was. She's
Yeah.
just a character.
Wow, they've got no wing space in this theater.
No, look at this place. There's the bricks are like 6 feet over that way. And there's no exit. The only exit is
that's not,
back there.
that's definitely not up to code. The fire marshal would have your ass for that. Shit.
Hi, Evelyn.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Pearl. We got Pearl, Evelyn, and Harry here. You're early, Pearl. Your parents usually don't roll in until the evening, 5 or 6. Everything all right? Oh, sure, thanks. We just have some stuff to talk about. Well, post up here and let's watch this weird dinosaur show. I'll stand you a drink. All Harry's pouring today is Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? They make a good whiskey. Sure, but...
whiskey.
You know. The rumors. Rumors are rumors. Put it on my tab, Harry. You driving, Pearl? Oh, God, no. You know they want almost 40 cents a gallon? I can't whistle. Thank you. I had the early shift, so I just walked over. In this heat. You still working over there at, Ace Jewelry and Loan? Joe Harden proudly trading shortcuts for dignity 6 days a week since 1962. At least they have the piety to shut down on Sunday. With Joe, it's more likely a hangover. Can it be both?
Yuck. Huh.
Nice. What?
No, I'm just trying to get an idea of the time here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to check with that 40 cents a gallon. Like, I don't know, right?
40 cents a gallon, and that being considered high.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, what is this, the 80s? 70s?
That'd have to be uh yeah, I'd have to look up gas prices, I guess, because they
In the
mentioned the
South.
shop's been in there. Yeah. You can still get gas in Mississippi for like $2.
Right.
So I hear.
I skipped over a bit, but Evelyn is getting insecure again. You get what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
She keeps talking about Ted. She keeps bringing up Ted, her boyfriend, husband,
Yeah, either or.
boy thing.
Doesn't seem person of romantic interest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, doesn't seem. I don't know. We're getting like. I like this scene. They're trickling like just enough information about these characters for me to be like, oh, tell me more about that. But then they don't.
I would say this is you should read some Harold Pinter. This is very much in his style.
Well, I like how it's presented too. I like how you can, Evelyn looks dejected. So the pool. Or the beach.
Or the beach.
Yeah, Harry. Which was it?
It was the sandy pool.
Well, it was a week of relaxation, and now I'm back. You still look stressed. If you don't mind me saying. He just looks like that. Sure, that's just how I look. Never known you to leave town, Harry. I've never known you to leave this bar. Oh, no, I get out. You still drive that old truck? I don't know. I think they towed it eventually. The hell you say? That must have been years ago, Harry. How do you get around now? I take the bus or I walk. You walk to New Orleans? Watch it, Evelyn. Looks dejected.
Oh,
I didn't mean nothing by it, Harry.
I'm sorry, don't cut me off.
Harry, did you really go to New Orleans? Now, just where do you two get off? Sorry, forget it. Sure, she didn't mean nothing by it. We'll lay off you and get back to drinking. Gotta be ready for the entertainment. Oh, who's on tonight?
Right.
Tonight it's Junebug. Works for me. Round 8, I think. I'll stick around. I could use some sad music. I came here to break some hearts. To dash dreams. What are you talking about? Gotta talk to my parents about their bar tab. I won't be paying for them anymore. Hang on now. No, it's time to cut the old folks loose and head west. I can't keep enabling them. You know? A debt's a debt now. Harry, I'm sorry. I know you've got a vested interest and I don't want to make a victim of you. They'll come up with it somehow, I'm sure. No, it's not that. The thing about debts is you never know when they'll be reckoned and called in.
Gasp.
What's that mean? I'm not saying anything, but I know debt, Harry. I see it all day. It's all around me, like a thick gray fog. It's in the air I breathe. At the pawn shop. They have a new financial technology. I'm the ambassador. Did you know that? A new technology? It's a new kind of debt, Evelyn. And it's a mess. What do you mean? A new kind of debt? You know what we do at the pawn shop? Secured loans. We don't buy used goods. We take personal property as collateral on a loan. And if you don't pay your loan, we sell your stuff. Sure, I get that. It works for people who couldn't get loans otherwise, I guess. Now Hardin has this new idea. He calls it a payday advance.
No, you
But it's
bastards.
just a short-term unsecured loan with a wicked interest rate. There's no filtering.
You sons of bitches.
Most who borrow can't keep up. So do we know what time period this is now?
Yeah, I'm thinking, hold on. I can look up.
He can sell those debts to a bank. Huh. Who's borrowing like that? Who do you think? When Joe put me in charge of it. The only dark-skinned clerk in the whole shop. You think so? I know it. Don't you see? I look just like you. You can trust me. But Joe knows they won't pay on time. There's no money in lending, but there's money in usury. That's in the Bible. I won't be a shill. I just have to save a bit more, and then I can go to California. I'll be a real clerk at a credit union or something. Something ethical. I just have to get rid of these old parasites first. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Well, my tab is in good shape, I think. You're behind, too. Not as bad as the Slades, but... Well, Harry, the only thing I owe you is a handshake and this whiskey you're about to pour me.
At the beginning of the 1990s, Alan Jones, an American businessman, provided short-term loans. In 1996, these short-term loans were legalized. So yeah, early mid-90s.
The 90s, later than I expected.
Yeah, me too. That 40 cents a gallon doesn't really jive with that time frame.
Maybe it really was that cheap back then. Maybe you better find some other chair to sink into so your debts don't get reckoned out from under you. I'm out for a bit. I'll be back later to disappoint a couple of old deadbeats. I'll stay for the entertainment. I won't throw you out, but just remember what I said. The lights are darkening again.
Average gas price in 93 was $1.11, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was that price everywhere.
This could be like rural Kentucky. Who knows what the prices are like there?
Yeah, would make sense for it to be cheaper there. Lower population. Plus, probably
I have commitment and reliability. That's what he said. Management material. I bet they raise you to $3. I bet $4. The responsibility. I can't whistle. You see Pearl today? She was working all day, I think. Usually doesn't work mornings. The Slade women are all getting promoted. I think they just put her on another shift. What's the morning shift like at a pawn shop, do you think? Black coffee and desperation. Let's celebrate.
Just like GameStop.
Ugh. More... I think... Yeah, what's more desperate, a GameStop or a pawn shop?
I mean, in some ways, they're functionally...
In some ways, you could
identical.
say they are the same, or is that the joke?
That company's going to be out of business.
That sound was me smacking myself in the face.
Oh.
Talk to Pearl today? When I played this last time, I was like, man, this is really meandering, but I do like the tone this is setting up. We have introduced a couple of characters, and now we've got a little bit of a conflict with the Slade family here.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know where they want me to... Oh, they're talking back and forth. I gotta go back and forth here.
Yeah. It looks like... This is the part I had heard about. I've heard this goes on for an hour.
This goes on for an hour? Maybe it does. I mean, if it does, it does. I don't care.
I mean, it's been about a half hour so far.
Yeah.
With some slight meandering on our...
Pace yourselves. Or pay your bill. Why are you so stuck on a bill all of a sudden? Are you sunstruck? Sure, it's twice as bright when you got the ocean and the pool both reflecting at you. Evelyn. You catch sight of any alligators? Sure, it was gators everywhere, a swamp. Big, sandy swamp. With a pool and a hostess. What's that? Set 'em up, Harry. Junebug will be here any minute, and we want to be receptive. Alright, but I'll keep track. There'll be a reckoning. You folks here? About the reckoning? First I've heard. What's up, Harry? Short on your bills? Let the books get away from you? That's an ignorant thing to say. Been doing my books for 10 years, keeping this place alive all on my own, ever since Bess. I'd have just let you run that tab up until you drink yourselves underground. Now, he didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Yeah, Harry, you know I'm only joking. Sure, I know. I know you're joking. All right, let's drink. I better slow down. Hard Times whiskey comes on strong. Don't want to end up like that boiled owl in the corner. I can't tell anymore. They're talking about us again. Yeah. I hear they have some secret ingredients. Or a secret process or something. Something in the wood they age it in. Yeah, something strange in that wood. Drink up, Larry. Don't call me Larry. Sounds like an old man. All right, Silver Fox. Now, I'll let it slide. Another? Well, I don't get paid until Friday, and I haven't seen Pearl all day. She can pick it up when she comes back. Don't count on it. What the hell kind of thing is to say to that? Our own daughter. Generosities have limits. I don't know what she said.
So are they aware?
But the Slades are good for it. Are they aware of what?
They're not aware Pearl isn't paying for their tab no more.
They're not aware, no. They have not figured it out yet. They have not read the writing on the wall at all. She better get here soon or she'll miss the entertainment. Shouldn't Junebug be here now, Harry? Yep. That's what you get working with artists. Good entertainment, but it's always late. This is pretty late, though. We'll stick around. We're celebrating. Sure.
It's just waiting for Junebug.
Yeah, this is waiting for Godot, but you're waiting for a musician to show up and play a song. The philanderer. Oh, she's going off about Ted again. I just want to hear some music. Well, she'd better show up soon. Oh.
Yep, lighting. And go.
Pearl is coming back.
Props on them. They're taking the lighting transitions like pretty legit.
Yes. Pearl, sober. I've never heard it. It's a love song. It's a Valentine. Sure. Ever been in love? Nah. Me neither. Oh, there's Ted. Son of a bitch! You love Ted, right? He's a son of a bitch. Out on the road, selling hammers and hammering shop girls. You know he isn't. Well, I wish he would. You don't mean that. Sure. I don't mean that. He's a son of a bitch. But you have to stick by your family. Sometimes. If it kills you. You just have to. Why? I love this song.
I wish he was cheating on me so I'd have an excuse.
Yeah. You think they'd be better off without us? My folks could get better with money. Ted could... I don't know, meet someone new? All I want is to be free of parasites, keep my own money, pay my own debts. Don't be a fool.
That's commie talk.
Yeah, really. Buy me a drink. What do you want? I want to run a hardware store with my dear husband. I want a whiskey. That's all you want? And a love song. She could have said.
This bar.
I know, right? We're getting into the blue times, the blue hours, you know? The really sad hours.
I've worked in bars where this is like 12:30,
every night.
We close at 1. Yeah.
This is goddamn night.
That mood.
Oh my god. They represented this really well, I think. Let's see how the Slades are doing. Pearl, you could have said something. I shouldn't have to say anything, Dad. Letting us just sit and soak up a debt. We're celebrating. Pearl, it's supposed to be a celebration. Don't you know the news? Larry, drop it. So celebrate. I'm not stopping you, but I'm not paying for it. Your mother's going to be a manager. So put a manager's salary on that tab. It's not. Sure, they said she's management material. What kind of material are you, Pearl? Maybe. He said maybe. I'm made of sweat and blood and beer, just like you raised me. That's a damn strange thing to say. Sure, my hands are cut up, but you're a loan clerk and your mother is a manager at a supermarket. Damn it, Lawrence, it's not settled. Not settled. O'Neill just handed you a promotion. Why can't you celebrate? Rosa, what did he say to you? Remember what he said to you? He said... Didn't he? He said... Maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. Keep your chin up. Maybe eventually. Sooner or later. How's that, Dad?
Repetition.
Yeah, it's pretty good use of it, though.
That's just another Pinter hallmark.
You can still settle, it'll just take longer. I should look again. Just sit with me. Larry, let's just wait for the music. Get away from the awfulness. Sure. We can celebrate. Sure. The Slade women are moving up. Eventually. If she's this late, she's not coming. Where's Junebug? Where's the entertainment? I said, if she's this late, she always shows up.
Did Junebug miss her entrance?
I've got nothing better to do. You gonna settle up first? Don't be a fool. Watch it. I'll buy you a drink. How about a water, Evelyn, and maybe call it a night? What time is it? I love this song. It's relaxing. Like the sun by the pool. On a beach full of gators. God damn it, Evelyn! Harry, your language. What would Bess think? Good Christian woman. God damn it, who cares if I did or didn't go to New Orleans? She didn't mean anything by it. Maybe I just sat here alone in the dark. Would you like that, Evelyn? That what you want to hear? Watching nature programs in the dark? Just me and the deer and the gators and the goddamn dinosaurs. It was Harry's Ark, Evelyn. 2 by 2, out of the flood and into the poorhouse. She's just drunk. All on my dime. Well, there's gonna be a reckoning. All of you. Just stick around and you'll see.
That sounds like fighting words, Harry.
What are you talking about, Harry? What reckoning? I want to hear another love song. Where's Junebug? I hope she never shows up. I can't pay her. The money's run out. What's that? It's gone. The money's all gone. I let you sponges soak up so many free drinks, now I can't even stock the whiskey without striking a deal. No more whiskey? Harry, what kind of deal? It doesn't matter. You can't blame us. Harry, we're just a little short from time to time. Sure. Just leave, Pearl. Just trust me. Okay. I'm leaving. Are you sure? You don't deserve this. All I want is a love song and a whiskey. You'll have plenty of time for whiskey. I just want to be left alone. That man is like a straitjacket. I know, Evelyn. If only he'd meet some tall, young thing on the road. I know. "11 years. Behind the supermarket till." Keep your chin up. Eventually. Maybe. Maybe eventually. You all should clear out. Where would we go? Just let us wait. Let us wait for Junebug. We're good for it. We just want to have a few drinks, see the entertainment, then we'll go home. You don't understand. Sure, we know you're struggling. We're all struggling. Harry, you said you have a deal, right? God damn it, you don't understand me. Harry, your language. What's to understand? We'll settle our debt soon. Rosen's in line for this promotion. All they want is debt. They feed on it. They put it in the whiskey. What? What the hell are you saying? He'll be here soon. The boy from Hard Times. There'll be a reckoning. Harry, our debt's not to the distillery. It is now. I traded it. I sold it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They're coming to get the drunks. Hard Times whiskey is people.
Hard Times whiskey, people.
It's Soylent Mash. It's the AI monster from Indigo Prophecy.
"40 minutes in our prelude here tonight. That sounds about right. Let's take let's take a brief little break here before we get started with Act 3 proper.
Alright.
Let me just grab another drink so I can put myself further in debt to the distilleries.
They're coming to get you, dog.
Yeah, they will. Eventually, they'll come for all of us.
They're coming to turn you into the whiskey. Yeah, that very well, I suspect, was just a one-act play somebody had written and had nothing to do with, and then was just like, oh yeah, I'll just put it in the game. It'll be fine.
Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back to Act 3, folks. Welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. We are going to continue the adventures of Conway and his friends. Let's go.
Ahoy.
We last left off when we were having a medical procedure done.
Yes, on the leg.
On the leg.
Fixing it up.
Major accident.
I sure hope we don't gotta go west on 31.
Sugar?
As it is.
As it is. That's what Ira used to say. I had a dream about him last night.
That's who we're talking to. I heard you yelling bad dreams. Subdivision?
Sorry, I just got a text message. It must have been a... what's that word? A subdivision. Below us, a group of people were gathered, standing quietly. A man was reading from a book. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday or when the sun sets, something like that? He wouldn't answer me. Charlie stood up, and Ira told him to watch his step, and then I remembered. I woke up before I could stop him.
Charlie was alone on that roof.
Charlie was alone on that roof. So, filling in some context now, Ira and Lysette had a son named Charlie.
They mentioned Charlie before, but
yeah,
not that he apparently died.
That he died falling off a roof, apparently.
Yeah.
He was so bright. His teachers said, what was the word?
Apt.
Apt. That's it. How could I forget? It wasn't his fault.
No.
It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say it's...
It's an accident.
An accident. Sure.
But Ira's also...
I think Ira is also gone as well, yeah. So it's just Lysette and Conway.
Yeah.
We got a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up.
Long drive? What makes you think so?
They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in? I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. I guess it will be the last act of Lysette's Antiques. The... Oh, what's the word?
Finale.
Finale.
Death rattle seems a bit much.
Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something, or I've had too much.
It'll come to you.
It seems inevitable there will start to be words that I lose forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway?
Oh, no. Neither of those.
Neither of those
options.
are, like, pretty good. Yeah.
Let's go with Charlie's old books. Maybe
Oh.
we can veer away from dementia for a while.
I thought we might like to look at them. That sounds nice. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me?
Sure.
Sure. So this appears to be right before the game began.
Yeah, would appear.
It's a good voiceover there. For a game with no voiceovers.
Yeah, I was looking to try to steer the conversation towards something that would mention 5 Dogwood Drive specifically, just to confirm that, but
Hello, Conway.
it seems pretty... Oh. Oh, this was wearing a little suit and tie.
Ezra? Yeah, he is. Strange, huh? But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want a bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so...
What time is it?
It's been about 2 hours.
I don't feel like we got some rest.
Good. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well?
Oh, man.
Yeah, we can go full on. It was the heat. The shingles were cracked in the sun, and one of them slipped out under his feet.
And obviously that's the most interesting direction, but I also find it funny for
him to go, this isn't
leg.
my leg. Yeah, I like that one, actually. You want to do that one?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come back around to Charlie, whether we...
We'll talk about... Well, I mean, what is there to know about Charlie? Like, we know what happened to Charlie just now. We just learned.
We know, but Shannon and Truman and Ezra...
True, and they probably never will know.
It's possible. It looks wrong. You replaced it.
I haven't encountered this reaction before, but it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It can happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, psychological, social. I'm sure it won't persist in your case.
Side effect of Neuritrim or whatever that drug is you were pushing last time. There it is.
Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the neuropenol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving at least for another hour or two regardless. You just stare at our leg.
Just stare, yeah.
Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects.
Oh, I'm used to a few side effects.
There'll be side effects of
bragging
neuropenol
about there,
TM. Most of the operation itself wasn't particularly remarkable. Typically, we say daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 50% of percents report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind.
Fugue states are nothing to be alarmed about?
Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris.
What do I clean it with?
Only clean your leg with a soft cloth moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. You have any questions? I got an early fishing trip. I don't mean to rush you.
Tell them about the payment plan. Wait, so this isn't meant to be like... This isn't meant to be stylistic. We've actually had our leg replaced with some kind of weird, freaky, glowing yellow robot leg.
Well, Conway seems to think so.
That's a hell of a drug he gave me.
Tell him about the payment plan. Yeah, that's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill, not that the Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. So it all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or you can get an energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck.
Thank you, Ezra.
At least somebody's looking out for us.
I'll just be along with my new lightning leg.
Back to the Museum of Dwellings. Here we are, back at the truck.
Homer, good boy.
Hey, we're moving pretty quick now.
Yeah, skipping right along there.
The doctor seemed nice enough.
Yeah, for a pharmaceutical pusher.
Just got in over his head is all. Right?
That and the payday loan people are all vultures, I tell you. Oh yeah, he's skipping right along there. Spry as a spring chicken. Streetlights do seem a bit brighter.
Oh, like trails and tracers? What do you mean? Never mind, your pupils are probably just dilated or something. My dad got a hold of these eye drops once. They stimulate the muscles in your eyeball and dilate the pupils. I guess they have some medical use, but one of the other miners said they'd help him see in the dark. Ugh.
Oh man. Small tangent. I had an eye injury over Christmas.
Oh, and they had to dilate your pupils?
Well, they gave me some eye drops, but they wouldn't let me. They would only give them to me in the emergency room. And they worked real good. Numbed my eyeball and stopped the pain because they were liquid coke, apparently.
Yeah,
just liquid cocaine.
I think I got that once. I don't know if I got the liquid coke, but I got a numbing agent in my eyes that I couldn't feel anything when they were poking around in there.
Yeah, it was great at the time because it was agony otherwise.
Then he had to wear sunglasses all day. The drops lasted too long. That folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested, and we just learned to pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. God. Yeah. Glad I got my dentist appointment in before I lost my health insurance, right?
Yep.
If a cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so or who knows so-and-so, usually another miner, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious.
Ooh.
Weavers? We could talk about Weaver.
Yeah, let's talk about Weaver. Let's talk about your totally ghost cousin.
Yeah, they had pretty good health care through the university for a while there. A couple times they'd swing something, so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions, mind racing. Like 5 conversations going on in their head at once, and you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school, too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills.
Did it help?
At first, yeah, it helped a lot. I had a kind presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day I was sitting on my bed and my notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly with such precision. I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of a bird cage, winding up some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound. The cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against pate, like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of my bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that bird cage with a 1,000-yard stare. And now we can get going.
Yeah, hyperfocus will do that to you.
I don't think I've ever... You know, I think they tried to do that stuff for me, and I don't think it really worked that well. But I kind of wish I had tried it in college, because maybe it could have helped me.
I don't know, man. I've definitely gotten like locked into a task and I couldn't break myself out of the loop. It's not fun. It's fucking scary sometimes.
It sounds scary, but I don't have the experience to actually confirm that, which is funny
Yeah.
because out of all the experiences I do have, that ain't one of them.
No, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. What do you think?
Let's see. Yeah, I could use a bite to eat.
Could use a bite to eat.
It's been a minute. We've been doing some stuff. Sounds good to me.
The 31 heading east. It's right before 65.
Isn't that? Oh no, that was in a daydream. But it might have been partially real.
All right, it's time to leave, finally, the Museum of Dwellings. Did you say go in 31 or 35?
31.
31 heading east. The truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree.
Well, never fucking mind then.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Car trouble. Act 3, Scene 2. A tree.
Un tree.
Tree. Thanks, car. Thanks, truck. You were supposed to outlive all of us, damn it.
This tree has seen better days.
This is a nice little set they got here. This should be like a boring-ass set, but it looks really alive here with this tree just swaying in the wind after coming down.
Yeah. Also, is that Ezra? He probably shouldn't be just idly carefree near all the downed power lines.
He's fine.
Phone lines?
He's fine.
Either way. Help, Julian.
Nothing to be done. Can you take a look at it?
I'm a TV repairman.
I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? And look at the first one. Lysets is up on a hill, so... like, if you just... Because you asked that last stream, I remember.
I remember, yep. And now I got my answer.
Yeah, I get the picture. Didn't we know someone in college who had to run their car like that?
I remember a particular incident where you and another person and I were doing a movie and we pushed the car like that down to the gas station.
Which car?
I don't remember it being
my car? Whose car?
No, Dagron's.
Dagron's car. Yeah, okay. Because it couldn't have been.
That
my car didn't break down back then. It was still relatively new. I mean, not new, but like it was, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, your car was fine. Yeah, I think it was just we ran out of gas, though. I don't remember it being a habitual.
God, I don't remember that at all. We were in the middle of trying to shoot a movie?
Yeah, it was the all-night zombie shoot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that's why I don't remember it, because I passed out at the end of that. Because I was dead.
Yeah.
I was like 32 hours without sleep. Yeah, college fun times. Sorry, anyway, distractions from, what were we doing out here yesterday? That's what I asked you.
Yeah, what were we doing? We were going to get food.
We were trying to.
We were trying to get food, and the fucking truck died.
Did you give them a ride or something? I offered to, but they wouldn't take it.
Was this? We didn't do this.
No, I don't recall. No, I don't recall that. No, I don't think we did. I think he's like just. I think Conway is just a bit fuzzy right now.
That could be. Or it was like an optional thing that we missed, but I feel like it would be weird for them to reference it so heavily if it was an optional thing.
It looks like we've got two good options and a third option that doesn't seem good.
Obviously, that one looks like the most fun.
All right. Worth a
I
shot.
can't read the name or the number.
I'll give him a call. Hope I can get a signal out here. That's right. Shannon's got a brick phone.
How are you gonna if you can't read the number?
Hi, hello. We got an old, I want to say diesel old truck just stalled out. Inaudible, irritable, inaudible, sleepy, or inaudible, confused.
Sleepy. Let's go with sleepy.
Did I wake you? Your card says open 23 hours a day. Guess I got you on the wrong hour. Inaudible accusatory, inaudible inquisitive, or inaudible suspicious?
Card? What card?
Suspicious?
Suspicious? Yeah, why not? More of that drama.
Yeah, we have a car. I mean, it's a truck. We broken down by the side of the road. That's why I'm calling. Apologetic, forceful, or obtuse?
Oh, I'm sorry, we only do cars, not trucks. Can't help you.
Obtuse.
Yeah.
That's... Okay, look, we need to get back on the road here, and I'm sure you're busy too. Wistful, modulant, or concerned?
I wish I were busy. I haven't been busy in years.
Wistful. Well, I'm very sorry to interrupt that, but pragmatic, meticulous, or neighborly?
I baked you a pie.
We already ate. As soon as we're all 65 somewhere. Just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Inaudible placating, inaudible specific, or inaudible tangential?
My grandkids came by the other day, and they were climbing trees when they were young.
Sir, please, sir. Okay, well, I don't know any of those people, but that does sound like the right area. You've been over there before. Dismissive, indulgent, or assertive?
I got nothing. Let's go with it.
Shit.
Good word.
We were doing so good.
I know. I choked. But
Yeah.
indulgent's a good word. Let's go with
Indulgent? Okay. Okay, my pleasure. How long do you think you'll be? Silence. Radio music. Distant traffic sounds.
that. Video killed the radio star.
Hello?
Well, that didn't work.
I think I'm going to highlight that because that was pretty damn funny. At least the part until we lost it. But, like, that was a good 2 or 3 loops of that we got. I think they're on their way.
That's the magic of editing.
Right.
We can hide all of our mistakes.
Pretty grim place to be stuck. Wonder what happened to the tree, I mean. Maybe it was just old. Wildfire would come through, clear them all out. Made room for the new trees.
I don't think we have that problem here, Shannon. Also, I don't want to be caught in the middle of that.
Yeah, come in. Hang on just a sec.
Oh, new friends. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about the saplings being choked out in this particular lonely stretch of road.
Sorry, I was just receiving a delivery.
Ooh, anything fun?
A milkshake.
Fucking yeah.
My friend was
That's
stopping
the
by
funnest.
McDonald's, and I was like, do they still do milkshakes? Milkshapes? Milkshapes? Jesus.
Milk shapes.
God, reading is hard.
I would like a strawberry circle. What flavor milkshake?
Just a vanilla milkshake. I felt like a vanilla milkshake.
Okay.
Felt like a plain
you
thing
do
in
that
this
thing?
time of, in this time of not really indulging in a lot of different things.
Yeah. You do that thing where you dip your French fries in it?
No, I don't. But that doesn't sound like the worst awful thing. Like, it's two things that are okay. Like, it's normally something, a
partial to the
combo that I don't
strawberry,
like.
yeah.
The strawberry?
Yeah.
Ezra.
Yeah. Dip your fries and strawberry milkshake.
Ezra wonders if we're bored. Not yet.
No, not yet. Soon, but not at the moment.
No. It's funny because this is like a really boring thing that would happen to like really screw up your journey, your odyssey here.
Yeah. Remember that part where Odysseus just actually, had to cut myself off there because that's half the
Odysseus'
fucking
car
book.
broke down several times, okay?
Yeah, it's pretty much the whole book, really. That's all it is.
We could play 20 questions or we could ask him what he wants to play.
What does Ezra want to play? I want to fascinate. I'm curious.
We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. We just break
Not
off
what I
all the
was
little
expecting.
sticks on each section and count the different things that can happen. What should we ask? What kind of bed will I sleep in tonight? What kind of job will I have next? How will I travel in the future?
How will I travel in the future? Is it by giant bird? It's probably by Giant Bird.
Motorbike, motorboat, horseback, horse. Old truck, new truck. New truck!
New truck's good. Really? We only had enough stick for one. There's a whole tree there.
Hey, Homer. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? Do you get bored late at night? Kind of like it when everyone else is asleep. Well, we sure don't have anything to do here. It's like quarantine, but outdoors.
Yeah. I am somewhat fortunate in that there is a motorbike.
We are somewhat fortunate in that there is a motorbike.
Junebug!
Johnny and Junebug are on a motorbike. Look at these guys. Look at these two.
I thought, okay. What's to recognize? There's a bunch of trees.
Oh, sorry.
All good.
The trees are so quiet, right? Usually you'd hear birds or wind or a squirrel or something.
Turn your ears down and focus on the road, Cricket.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored.
Radio. Focus on the radio.
I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. Haha. The road ahead and the road behind. How far out are we?
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Oh, stop. Harry's not going to be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway.
I'll tell him about the frog.
He won't understand. It's just, I don't know what, we don't even know what they're talking about, but it sounds funny. Just
but we don't talk about it since the noodle incident.
Yeah, we don't talk about the frog incident. Johnny, what do you got to say? Look at Johnny, what Johnny's wearing here. He looks pretty fancy.
Is Johnny's in the sidecar?
No,
it looks like Johnny's driving.
No, Johnny is in the sidecar. Junebug is driving. Okay. I'm certain of that. Because Junebug is talking right now.
Oh, okay.
He should have been a poet. You nervous about the set?
No.
Then what?
I'm just hanging out at the bar, I guess.
Oh yeah, Harry will be great company, carping about the late nights and his bottom line. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. I mean, we know Harry at this point. Hey, wait! We need help!
Hey, where are you going? Come back, hey!
Come back! Brake disc.
Brake disc?
It looks like they could use some help.
So they can call a tow truck. We tried. We'll help them.
Okay, we'll help.
I have a vested interest in them helping. So Julian's busy away.
I guess Julian's busy right now.
I think when Ezra was talking to Homer earlier, I saw something about Julian.
Got a little dust in my eye.
I hate that. Some folks are always in a hurry.
Not you, though. You just keep drifting along and don't let anyone rush you. What is that? Is that patience? Something like patience. Guess that's what I like about you, old man. You know how to wait. I don't think I ever will.
Welcome back, friends.
Yep, they came back.
Homer going to say hi. Pet the dog. Pet the dog, you monster.
careful. He's wicked with strangers. Haha, you. You don't have to stop. We got a tow coming. You here to clear the tree? Who's chasing you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's chasing you?
Who's chasing?
Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us?
We're so popular.
It's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Sure, something like that. Listen, we got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how did we strike you?
Probably from space. Let's just ride Ezra as far as we can get.
I always said you fell from heaven, ma'am. Otherworldly. It's unmistakable. These 2 are pretty great. But just, alright, just for the reference, for, you know, just put it on the record there. Now, here's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music?
Sometimes I like to leave the radio dialed between stations.
I kind of like this answer. Because
That's a good one, yeah.
I feel like this is setting up something.
Okay. I'm being flippant. We should go to the gig. To the bar where everyone's happy.
Wait.
And not
That's
being
transmitting?
processed into whiskey.
Oh, my push to mute isn't going. Can you hear me? Okay.
Well, we were trying to get some food, but that's not really an option, so...
We're trying to get back on the 0. We've been down there many a time riding this baby. The weird vector, the sloth on wheels, the vicious cycle.
Oh, man, the Vicious Cycle is a real bad name for a bar.
No.
So obviously we should pick...
No, that's the name of their motorcycle.
Oh, the motorcycle. Oh, okay. I like the Weird Vector, then.
The weird vector is a good name for a motorcycle. That's what I was going to hit.
It is a good name for a motorcycle, yeah. The bar is called the Vicious Cycle, though, unfortunately.
No, we heard the name of the bar. It's the Lower Depths.
Right. It's also not a great name.
No, it's not, especially if you only serve one thing called Hard Times Whiskey. That's what I told him. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanzi, is a notorious withholder, and if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have 1 song prepared. That's a really short song.
That's an incredibly short set.
Do we have time for the gig?
Of course we will.
Of course we will. I wonder if you can skip this, actually. It's kind of funny. I'm assuming, because Junebug has been skipping you. Has been just skipping everything you've been saying. Can you believe we almost didn't stop?
Ooh, crust for the puppy. Puppies love crust.
Gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by the old Charlie Moran Highway, just east off 65. Take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. Really?
Oh, yeah. If you can fix the damn truck, then abso-fucking-lutely.
All right, we're moving. Oh, and there's Julian.
Hey, Julian.
Okay, Julian's around by the Museum of Dwellings. She's hanging around that way. There's Equus Oils. We could stop at Equus Oils, actually.
Well, let's see what Joseph's up to.
Yeah, the fact that the game lets us do that means I'm gonna... Oh, there's a scene 3.
Look at that.
So I have an
Oh, yep,
extremely
he's
dumb
told us.
question to ask, totally breaking the immersion of the game and what have you.
Okay.
Can you hear all the excess sounds that I'm doing? All the coughing and such?
Uh,
Or are those getting muted out
I,
because that's what I have my mute button for?
I don't hear. I hear you making sounds that I assume are in character for the folks. I don't hear any coughing.
Okay. Yeah.
So your mute button appears to be working.
Good. That's important.
Especially at Equus Oils. Everyone go read Equus by Peter Schaefer. It's a really good play.
I mean, it's a little disturbing, but it's pretty interesting.
I mean, sure. Don't it's got some sex and some violence.
It's got some sex and some violence against animals, against people, against animals.
Just animals.
Just animals.
Just animals.
Still, though, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's interesting the way that play builds up. Yeah, we got a little engine trouble, but it's sorted out now.
We met Lula. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, I should have guessed you would. She say anything about me?
She said you used to be lovers. God, I hate that word.
Oh, well, I guess that was a long time ago. You have any games on your computer? Hey, you know what? I might. My niece works nights at the hospital, and she swung by for a lunch break an hour or two ago. She's kind of a... She doesn't talk a whole lot, but I like her company. I heard her typing away in there. You might take a look.
Maybe he's got ski free now.
Is there another character in here? There doesn't seem to be anybody in here. Psychotherapist.
That's my favorite game.
Sports Medicine Professional 1973. Let's try Psychotherapist. Loading Psychotherapist. Ready, run. I am the psychotherapist. Please describe your problems. Oh, jeez.
Wow, that got dark. I'm lost.
Do you enjoy being lost?
I don't have much to compare.
Much to compare it to. That's quite interesting. I'd like to try an exercise now. Please close your eyes and ask another person to read the following text aloud. It's summer. You are sitting in a very long hall on a backless stool. The seat is upholstered in fake leather slick with condensation. You shift your weight uncomfortably. At the other end of the very long hall, a ceiling fan beats out the rhythm of seconds. The air in the very long hall is still. You need a shave. You feel 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. You shift your weight on the slick leather seat and exhale gently to displace the 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. The very long hall is silent except for the ceiling fan beating out the rhythm of seconds and the noise of your breath as you exhale gently to displace the 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. Your tongue is burned. Perhaps you drank some coffee too quickly within the last several days. Your mouth is dry and the lights are slowly dimming. Oh, it says I'm not supposed to read this part aloud. Okay, it's over. Good game.
Yeah, also very accurate to my my experience with therapists. Like down to the weird fixation on the rough whiskers over my upper lip.
We can study, we can hit the bar, we can go to the forest.
Let's go to the forest. That's where all the best sports medicine
It's
takes
raining,
place.
mud is everywhere, and the wings of owls and the jowls of stray dogs.
I mean, we just got ourselves a bunch of free owls and dogs. I feel like we made the objectively best choice.
Borrowing shelter with other mammals and then waking up late, damp, and cold, waiting for the bus with other mammals. Status, hiker. Affect, bored. Let's go to the bar. It's dead tonight. Shots. The bartender has her kids this weekend, which she's looking forward to. Affect, pensive. 3.85 GPA. Hell yeah.
Oh, cool. We got smaller. Smarter.
We need to make a decision. We can graduate, we can hitchhike cross country, or we can live in a tree.
Obviously, we're living in that tree. That's what you do with a sports medicine degree.
It's cold, damp, always damp. Nothing tastes or smells right. Impossible to relax. Always on guard against the neighbors and the elements. Bewildering. Score. Hiker.
What neighbors? Like the squirrels?
Probably squirrels. Can we still go back there? No? We can no longer go into the basement? Okay. Alright.
No.
Let's check for soils.
We still have that 20-sided die.
Yes, we do.
That's just along for the ride. Back into the night.
So have you noticed something about our new companions yet?
Junebug has blue hair.
Yeah.
And if there's something odd about them, I'm getting blinded to it by the fact that they are a musician duo, and so you'd have to be real odd to feel out of place.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're taking that a little bit for granted. That's fine. There's something slightly unusual about them that you may have noticed. And if not, that's fine.
I will pay closer attention.
Scene 4. The lower depths.
The lower depths.
The entertainment has arrived.
Hooray! Hard time served.
Feels a little like home, huh? But I wish it didn't.
Wish it didn't.
Gotta keep focused here, Homer.
Just rub that chip. Call your sponsor.
So yeah, there's like one of the clearer themes in this game is Conway's struggle with addiction. It's not something that you always need to look into every time it pops up, but every time you do, it becomes very apparent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's a similar struggle. It's not the kind of thing you usually see in a lot of games, or at least see represented well in a lot of games. Hell, the only other game I can think of that really handled addiction in an interesting way was Lisa the Painful.
I've heard.
Yeah. And you'll see when you play
can get
that.
Addicted to. Yeah, I've heard you can get addicted to joy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a.
I don't know what that means.
There is some kind of thing out there that is very addictive. Let's go into the bar. Sure, they're open. This is one of those places.
They're always open.
We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet.
There's Junebug and Johnny.
Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. I really like Johnny, honestly. He's got a lot of good things to say. Have some vision, Cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less.
What kind of music do you play?
It's like Cyrano Cole meets Ike Towner, but with a woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of ambient whisper wave. A little bit more reverb.
God damn it.
There's some Dolly Crown in there, too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming, though.
Whisper weave. Got it.
Got it. I think he gets it, man.
Yeah.
I gotta grab a drink real quick before this scene starts out. Proctor.
just the way Johnny keeps calling her ma'am. I'm getting a Peppermint Patty and Marcy vibe off of these two.
Except that Peppermint Patty didn't Marcy call her sir?
Yeah.
That was the joke with that.
It's not
I was
exact.
Well, no, I had to reach back into my childhood for a second because I used to watch Charlie Brown all the goddamn time, and I was like, wait a second, something's weird about that. Objection. Oh, he gets it.
I gotta play that bird game.
Aviary Attorney?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta fucking play that game. Stream it, hell. It's really fun.
That's on the Switch, right?
It was put on the Switch. It's on Steam, and it's on the Switch.
Okay.
It should be like $15-20.
Might be able to swing that even in these
Trying times.
These rough, these trying times. Can I offer you a bird game?
It's not as long as an Ace Attorney game, but it's like long enough that you will enjoy it. It's like 3 cases. But they're good. Black Goggles. Who do you think that belongs to?
Belongs to a graceless dog of a mime. That's
Yeah, this could have been Where We Were Sitting. Ezra
Judging
Fripp's
from its
eagerly
position
through
to
the
the bar
jukebox
and
catalog
jukebox.
of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game.
Kid, you make me sad.
No, I like his appraisal. It's just like, this is a game, clearly. Because that's how I used to think of it. When I used to mess around in old bars as a kid. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey.
Got any coffee? Let's keep him on the straight and narrow.
We're gonna try
Conway's
and keep
got enough
Conway on the
going
straight and narrow. Okay, I will make if you tell me to make an effort, I will. No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Shut the GD door, would you? Can't afford to run the AC all night. Did you hear that just now?
He censored himself.
No, not me yelling. I yelled over it, unfortunately, because that's the weird thing about Johnny and Junebug that you may have noticed already.
Oh, if it's an auditory thing, I definitely haven't noticed it.
Oh, really? Are you on the side stream?
I am.
Okay.
And I've got sound. I just hold on.
Haven't noticed it. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Sure. I won't
turn the volume up.
I won't spoil it.
Let's see.
Gets lonely, doesn't it? Or where is everyone? Everyone had to clear out. You know, having done the entertainment prelude really makes this scene a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
You see where everyone was in the room beforehand. Harry's just, there's no one here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also couldn't you use a break, Harry? Don't you want to hear some music, Harry? Don't you trust me, Harry? I like Junebug a lot. Oh, sure, I trust you, Junebug.
What the fuck? What is with that? Are they robots? Do they got robot legs?
That would be strange.
That sounded like mechanical servo-y nonsense.
Wait. Yeah, they make weird noises when they move. Anyway. How's it looking out there? How you all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? How's that? 1, 1, 1, 3, 50. Lamentation. Sounds good.
It's a good sound check. Great sound check.
How's everyone doing? Anyone had a real bad night? To Conway. How about you, old man? Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, real bad.
We'll try not to make it too much worse. This is a song I heard in the tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were just out driving around. You know, you like to drive around, old man?
That's my job.
That, of course you do. So we were out riding
God
around
damn it.
and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive. Busted up facade, weeds in the parking lot, taps all dry, bats in the bar room, and run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. So we stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right here on stage, and the song she sang, well, it stuck with us, and now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got
Wait,
that
so you
lady's
just-
name, but she seemed like a sweet gal and just had a voice like Scotch whiskey. And we just hope to do her song justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You.
Open mic night circuits will not take kindly to stealing other people's material. Just saying, it's a big old no-no.
Yeah, but no one's here. Hey,
I mean-
guess what? It's time.
Whoa! Where the hell did that keytar come from?
So we get to actually pick the verses in this scene.
Oh, is that how this works?
Yeah, that's what this little thing is here for. There's actually three
Okay.
different verses. Let's try this one. And yeah, they'll just keep playing the interlude. They'll just keep playing this loop until you pick something.
In the musical theater world, that's called vamping.
Yeah. That's pretty important to do when you do live things, huh?
You can't really trust that an actor is going to make their entrance on the beat, so you vamp it around and trust them to start at the top of the next floor.
And you play with them.
Yep. Of course, that requires an actor to know how to count to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's harder than others.
So
But
this
a good band will
is...
be able to correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. So this is a Twin Peaks as hell moment.
Uh-huh.
This is really great.
Right, I'm not... I feel like I should be hearing this in reverse.
This is a very famous scene in the game. The way the ceiling just melts away and the stars start rotating. And you're just like, the whole time you're looking at this bar and you're like, what kind of song are you guys gonna play? Right?
Yeah, no, I was definitely getting like a country western vibe. Not this. Hell of a spectacle for a little dive bar. Harry or Henry behind the bar? Harry, what'd you put in the water? Yeah, that's. I hope they opted for the Icarus landing system. It's a very useful AUG. He said the GD words. Bess was a good Christian woman. Howdy, friend. Are we going to have to go to... know another way to Dogwood Drive? Remember Dogwood Drive? We got to get to Dogwood.
Shit, I muted myself for a little bit.
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, that was a problem, because I was actually, like, reading and shit. How long did I mute myself for?
I don't know. I heard you... I have been hearing you this whole time.
Damn it. I've been plagued by minor little tech problems this whole stream.
Oh, no. Well, just in case... Hi, Sanagi. In case that was part of the muting.
No, but thank you for reminding me so that I actually looked at it. Okay. All right, ready? It's time for directions. Directions time. Here's what you got to do. Take a left out of the parking lot and then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar, but... I mean familiar, but strange. You know the feel...
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So my dad and I used to listen to a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire and Power when I was a kid. So we just got to listen for some Bruno Mars on the radio. That's what we're looking for. They're like Parliament, but not really. Oh, we actually have access to the radio.
Why did I mute myself? Wait, how did I get muted again?
I don't know.
Oh.
Are you muted?
I know why. I know why. I know what happened. I said push to mute.
Oh. Are we good?
Yeah, we're fine. I'm just...
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, horses are scary.
They're fuck huge. I went horseback riding one time, just like gently winding through the forest kind of a thing, and yeah, it was a fuck huge animal.
Right.
And I'm not a small individual.
No. Okay, this is the station. All right. And, well.
That's atypical. That's, not regular.
All right, we're back.
Horses. Oh, good. I love that to get to the zero, you just follow some esoteric instructions until a weird happens, and you're there.
Yep.
Do 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 do.
Shall we?
Why not? Peer Gynt would be proud.
Scene 5. So I said that Act 3 is pretty long. I feel like we're only like maybe like 60% of the way through it, honestly.
It's moving at a pace, so
Yeah, we've met some new characters. We had a cool musical number, so that happened.
mm-hmm.
Time to cut him
Got
loose,
robot
man.
mysteries.
Well, now Junebug is having fun.
Fun.
Okay, slow night anyway.
And now we're off to find like a cannibalism ring at the distillery.
Ah, the bridge is out here. Yeah, for some reason when I redid my push to mute, it ended up being toggle mute, and it just locked it up. I don't know why.
Yeah, I just stick with toggle mute.
I didn't see the option. Junebug has come with us. You can hear.
Yeah, now I can. But where are the bears? Okay. Pile of computers.
Broken computer monitors. Which means probably everyone's been able to hear the terrible sound I've been making with my mouth all day. Just coughing and sniffling all the time. I muted
See, I haven't heard those.
Yeah, you haven't heard them because I muted it on Discord as well. I've set up all my mute buttons precariously.
Yeah.
There's a fire here.
You know, the Hall of the Mountain King wasn't like a fun romp or... dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Oh boy, a new friend. Amy. Wait, are you that little girl from the zombie game?
Probably not.
I'd hope not.
Gonna go with no.
Okay, because if you are, you're going straight into the fire.
Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. What are you talking about? I'm into it.
I'm into it. Junebug's like, yes!
Oh, well, maybe I still have the knack. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to The Fields of Longing. Real hot bodice-ripping stuff. Why did you stop writing? I'm not sure you should be listening to this, kid. I'm not listening. This is boring.
Sounds like books. Books are boring. Fun game is to go into the book section of a grocery store and find those Harlequin romance. You and your friend pick up a random one and race to see who can find first poorly written sex scene and then read it out loud. Get some funny looks from other shoppers.
So she used to be a debugger for something. This doesn't look like a place where a lot of debugging is done.
Well, we're definitely getting like a purgatorial vibe here.
Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune.
What is that?
Sorry.
All good.
Thought you might be one of them. Oh no, you can't be. We've been patching all their spy holes. We keep the lights dim and the motors running softly. And we route the smoke out through. That is... What were we talking about?
You were singing.
Oh, you caught a verse of my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room.
Hacked on old crystal radios definitely sounds like slang for doing.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot, or it's a flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively, and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. And that's nothing to say of the software, but... You look like a tactically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry?
It sounds like it would... That's my best guess.
Certainly, but not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others, and it grows in nonlinear, chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through a simple application of classical horticulture, but we can't produce specific results, only tendencies. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. This guy goes on for a while. Did you say something?
I'm just interested in the mold computer.
Yeah, tell us about the mold computer, Donald. So, do you remember the name Donald?
Donald! Oh, that was the guy who, Donald, Lula, and Joseph. They went down...
Donald, Lula, and Joseph. They did all the research. Now that we got
That's
a closer
right.
look at Donald, he was in the audience for the
Was he?
entertainment. Yeah, he was there. I saw him.
I believe you. I don't recognize him, but I believe you.
The mold
Xanadu,
computer?
the mold
Oh,
computer.
Xanadu. You've heard of it. Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. Hypertextual narrative as post-structural witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you are
But then it got really high.
too late. Fellow hypertext enthusiast, as the mold accumulated on that circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. I fix TVs and I'm about to lose the lease on my workshop. My family disappeared. Julie and me don't know what to do. Not really.
Not really.
What do you think?
Let's go with Junebug. I like Junebug.
Ah, then I hope you never have
It's the one
occasion to
that's
be
different.
haunted by the ghosts of missed opportunities. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there, in Xanadu. Every time he does Xanadu, I do like this dramatic hand gesture towards the screen. I'm afraid I'm always almost going to punch through my monitor when I do it.
I'm picturing the ocelot.
Xanadu!
But then I got really high and I fell asleep.
Yeah,
Don't remember how to finish it, and
that's how a lot of my projects go.
yeah,
Oh wait, we talked to Amy already.
we did.
Sorry, we're going in this direction around the fire. I forgot. The Hall of the Mountain King
Yes.
works in this little spiral around the fire. It's really neat the way this is set up, but moving through it is very slow. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that question to you while I run to the bathroom very quickly because we are 2 hours in and I still haven't gone.
Okay, you go handle your business, and I'll contemplate with the chat. Who has thoughts? How would you characterize this space? Not endless. There's a ground somewhere. I'm kind of feeling Ezra, spooky for a baby. Yeah. All right, we'll go with that when Dog gets back. Sanagi agrees with me. I just like Ezra in his little suit, his little tie, stamping his foot.
Okay, I heard.
Insisting he's a
I
big
heard
boy.
spooky for a baby.
Spooky, but for a baby.
Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it spooky? Oh, God. Is this guy a college professor? How do you know it's spooky? Or what would be spooky for a baby? The tunnels, the shadows of the huge fire. Probably the shadows.
Yeah.
Sure,
don't give a
that's.
fuck about fire.
But they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they could be their projections, or maybe their anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are now, surrounded by creeping anatomies? Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes?
Only if you close yours and then you kick him off the bridge.
Okay, I can do it from memory.
Oop! Oh, hey-oh. Damn.
He's trying. Sorry to disappoint. This guy is very... almost barely here.
Oh, okay. It was a grad student.
He was a grad student studying statistics when he started working with Donald. Okay. He said he needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing, someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Okay. I guess I get what that means. That makes sense. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer. And I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write. And all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves.
You could go proofread your work. Your thousands and thousands of mad...
Okay, there's a gate in our way over here.
Damn it, but there's Xanadu over there.
No, that's fine. The gate's in a different direction. We can still continue through the spiral over past Roberta to over to Xanadu. Roberta. Where's the kingdom? You're in the throne room. There are 3 legendary treasures hidden throughout the castle that will restore these ruins to their former glory. What do they look like? She's messing with you, kid. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future, a magic shield that protects the bearer from age, a magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. Then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence?
I don't know that word.
What does that word mean? Yeah, senescence. The kingdom is in peril. This house is dead. It's dead.
Senescence, the condition or process of deterioration, age, loss of a cell's power of division and growth.
This house is dead.
It's dead, but it's like dead by aging and becoming old and obsolete. There may have been a recurring theme of that so far in this game.
This house is dead is a line that shows up a couple of times, that can show up a couple of times in Night in the Woods. But I have trouble getting it to show up because I saw it like my first playthrough and thought it was a good line every time it was used. Because usually it was used like metaphorically.
It is available on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Baffling control panels sheltered from the elements with worn tarp. Closet-sized wall of knobs and wires. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component.
Well. How do you start a typewriter?
Oh, it has a run key.
On a typewriter?
Scene 6. Xanadu. So, What do you think the Xanadu is?
It's where Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decreed.
No. I wonder why it's named Xanadu. Yeah, it's a good question. All right, let's check out.
Well, Xanadu is often used to refer to a utopia, a pleasure paradise.
Yeah, like, isn't it what Charles W. Kane named his house after he got rich?
Maybe? I would believe that. I am struggling to read something.
This thing is in
Around
rough shape.
you is a... Try blowing on it. I feel like it's trying to guide me into an old text adventure.
Oh,
come on,
okay,
brain.
That's worse.
Type house.
Type house.
With the grooves and the you will be eaten by Zork. It's like an old Zork. I don't recall Xanadu being brought up in Deadly Pressure. I haven't played that game in a long time. Maybe we should play that game again. It's that shit.
Did someone say Lula?
Oh, hey, look at that. Joseph and Lula removed the computer. Emu. High blocks.
Can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degosser with me.
Oh, thank God. Do it. Degauss that shit. Oh, that's
Hall of the Mountain King?
yeah, but it looked like the king was all
Well, okay. This isn't helping.
You have degaussed too far, Shannon, my apologies.
Premature and defiled.
Press any key. But where's the any key?
Alright. We gave Xanadu a chance. Something's not working here. Scene 7.
My ears are happy that that sound is gone. That was not a good sound for ears. Well, welcome back.
Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit.
Oh yeah, her down here. Donald, that way? But we came from... Oh, time and space.
I'm glad that they just gave you a
inconsistent
quick thing
bastards.
to just be like, Donald is this way, you ding-dong.
Just go there.
Dumbass. Just go this way, please. I know you don't know, because the time and space are warped into zero. And you do have to kind of wait for it to, get you back over there. There's Amy.
Oh, hi, friend. Oh, we could have just gone right. We could have just taken a right and gone
Yeah,
straight
this
to
is
Xanadu.
all... This is just like a big ring.
Is it a ring of fire?
Mm,
Does it burn, burn, burn?
I mean, it's not a ring of fire. There's a circle, but it's around a dot of fire.
Oh, okay.
So you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so
Not
much
really,
more
no.
to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first, we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one.
What did they look like?
They look like... No. It's too horrible.
Don't tease me, you old bastard.
I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? Are we looking for her now?
I don't know, but we know how they know each other, so that won't get us any. Let's pretend we're looking for her.
No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together. Did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I.
I did know.
Lula is gone from here, but... Donald points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there. In Xanadu.
What?
I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle. A shrine to perfect simulation. Until... But maybe? Those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've spent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees from rock to crystal and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left.
I feel like we don't gain much from this arrangement.
Scene 8. Where the strangers come from.
That doesn't look like a happy place to come from.
Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church.
Oh, worth a look inside.
It's muddy.
It is muddy.
Yeah, that's what he said. Crystals and then mud. Okay. I want to stay outside. Why?
Why?
I think I saw a lizard. Okay, we'll make it quick.
Where's Homer? Who's watching Homer? Whoa, that's a lot of eyeballs. I'm going to choose to assume that's about the smell and not the taste. Oh, damn it. We're in the distillery, aren't
Hold,
we?
hold, hold on to it for a bit. Hold on to it for a bit.
I don't know what that serial number is at the beginning of the secondary notes.
But
But
yeah, like, I think people in chat are kind of getting it. We'll get to it though. Don't worry. It's going to take a little while to get to, but we will get to it, I promise. Why do you dress like a punk? Is that guy your boyfriend? Do you have a family? What do we ask? What is that we're going to ask punk robot?
let's ask about the boyfriend.
Is that guy your boyfriend? No, what's a boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. See, it
He's
means
literally
something.
a cricket.
It's specific.
I want to be specific.
Any other kid your age would be in bed. You just gotta make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half-foot shorter and all gray, no eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. Bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over, and we knew we weren't miners. We slipped out onto the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying.
Wait a minute.
I feel more like myself every day.
Hammering. She was the hussy that Tom was sneaking off with. Maybe not. Maybe not.
What does Ezra say?
I feel myself when it's just me and Julian, my big eagle friend.
Well, there. Now you're getting specific. So yeah, I guess there's your backstory for Junebug and Johnny.
Yep. That's
Mining robots.
and then they became a rambling folk duo.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of rambling folk duos, go on to Bandcamp and look up Robber's Roost. They're real good. I guess that's a call to action. I don't know if we got to call that out, but it's real good.
You can link
Robber's
it in chat.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Tell me before you do that, because I have to permit you, otherwise it'll ding you.
I will tell you when I have the link ready.
All right. Shannon and Conway came back.
Ooh. Ready.
Is it Raucous 4 or 42?
42, like the Douglas Adams number.
Gotcha. You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right, okay. We got what we need. Let's go. We're done here. Hey, scene 9.
I'm glad that we got a little side story while Conway went off to Shannon. Anyway, anyone who happens to get anyone who clicks on that link, that is kind of who I've been to a number of their shows. I met them a couple of times. They're really cool people. They're from Edinburgh. That's not too far from where I live, and that's who's been in my head this whole time with Junebug and Johnny.
Mm-hmm. All right, Donald, what do you got? Actually, what do we got? We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? What did they say?
We get to choose how.
What did they say?
Scrape the mold off of the timing crystal.
They need to scrape the mold off the timing crystal. But the mold... Of course! Too much mold on the timing crystal would send the simulation adrift each moment lived out of sync. By all means, yes! Clean the timing crystal. Back to the computer, then.
Back to the computer. This is how I feel every time I have to, like, solve a problem in a car. Like, I don't know how cars work.
I just dumped some oil into my engine yesterday. Hopefully that'll keep it from telling me to check the oil level. It wasn't a lot of oil. It was like half a bottle.
See, I understand cars need oil. I know where to put the oil. I don't know how to change the oil.
Oh, that's easy.
So I just
You
keep
gotta
adding more and more.
No, you shouldn't do that.
Well, fortunately, I don't own a car, so it's not something it's something I do more in theory.
Oh, okay.
My partner owns a car, and I just let her deal with that.
Right. Okay, Xanadu, what have you got for us this time?
Ah. Nothingness. Ah.
Scene
X.
10.
Right. X for Xanadu. Or 10. Well, that already sounds better.
Here we go.
Okay.
You were standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest.
Check out the building. Yeah, this isn't all. Okay. Okay. It is.
That's boring. Go back to the forest. We're gonna take the lantern.
Take the lantern. Take the lantern. Take everything.
Enter forest. Just type a direction. North.
Can we climb a tree?
I don't think much is to be achieved by that.
Well, I didn't ask your opinion, Xanadu.
I guess we head back
Can we
south.
dig a hole?
Dig a hole. You're in forest.
North, south. I got nothing to go by, so it all.
Lule is here, soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio.
Oh, we should talk to her.
Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff.
Ooh, now I have a radio. West?
Joseph is here. Oh, a small gray kitten is here.
Oh, that's right. He's blind. East. I don't think we've done an east yet. Oh, we've angered the machine.
You are at the edge of a massive hole.
Uncomfortable. Yell into the hole first to see if they're pirates.
Yell. Sorry, kid, you're batting 0 today.
At least we know there's no pirates. Good way to look at it. We got the lamp. Let's use the lamp. Shine that lamp. Shine on, you crazy.
Light lamp. Only reaches a few yards down the hole where the rock is covered in a slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance.
Well, let's use the rope. Get down there. You got a rope. What's the worst that'll happen?
Tie rope to tree.
Nope. In bed quilt? Or are you going to be attacked by cave bears?
You are in bed quilt, along east-west passage with holes everywhere. This is where we started last time. When we couldn't read anything, I think. Everything's down here now.
Oh, jeepers. That's familiar. Say something back. What's gonna say?
You make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive.
Ask her where the treasure is. Oh, Ezra, you keep me smiling.
If we knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. I think you know this environment will help our project get us in touch with a deep romantic reverence for some kind of profound natural spookiness, but I was more comfortable in our lab. The university picked the worst time to cut our funding. Typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were getting really close to something.
That's new. I don't think that was on the tape.
Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, to live and work here together.
What's the gear they're carrying?
I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. And you've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up? Joseph looks uncomfortable.
Yeah. They can be heavy.
You hear an unfamiliar echo from the tunnel to the east.
Well, maybe if we help her, she'll have some more.
Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean. Maybe some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves too. I think cultural fossils are the saddest cultural fossils. The saddest fossils? Sadder than animal remains, I mean.
That's a little too similar to our current situation, but okay.
This dangling copy with no original. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before.
Are we gonna get run over by a bulldozer machine? How you like all this, kid?
Kind of boring, but I like boring stuff sometimes.
Or they're both good lines. They're
Yeah.
both really good lines.
Smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces.
That sounds familiar to the instructions we were given earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, wireframe us.
Yeah, that's not us. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak.
What's he say?
The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast.
I don't know. You choose.
We're running north.
Damn it.
Who are they?
Let's get out of here. Okay.
The strangers are harmless. Are you sure?
Going back to work, turning people into whiskeys. Which is a shame, because I'm a whiskey person myself.
Hard times. Only.
Black Velvet, mostly, but yeah. More or less the same.
I was considering buying a giant bottle of whiskey before lockdown occurred, but I think that would just make me really sad.
Well, I mean...
I think I would drink it too fast.
Yeah.
I don't need hard alcohol in addition to beer.
Yeah, no need to tempt the fates.
We could search for Joseph.
Yeah, should try to find him. Down one of the tunnels? Right? He wouldn't have... Okay,
With
the equipment,
maybe?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, if not that, there's only one more option, so...
Nothing.
Alright.
Joseph climbs down from the rope still tied above.
Oh, hi, buddy.
That sucks. Man.
Well, if you keep turning left, you are likely going to be going in circles.
And I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. There's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor.
A Jaws.
What's up with Lula?
What's up with Lula?
Nothing. Just... you sound disturbed.
Stop him. Stop him. He might hurt himself. Stop him.
Stop Joseph. You shout something at Joseph about the project you are working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves, and what about those men? You know they'll come back.
Can hide from them? Doesn't sound like the best, but...
I'm going back to the surface. By the way, this was on the tape. Remember this conversation?
Yeah. Yeah, parts of this were on the tape. Parts of it were. But we were
don't
also
let her
kinda
leave us
jumping
here.
around the tape. Oh, it's kind of clever, too, because the tape was structured like a choose-your-own... And this is structured like an old text-based.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail and you can see what your damn machine does with it.
Yep. Because they're both antiquated forms of storytelling, you see. And the overarching theme of the game is obsolescence.
Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick, sounds like Beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new site in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Vain.
Vain. Yeah.
Vanity.
Remedios? I can't pronounce that word. Ethnomusicography?
Ethnomusicography.
I know what those chunks of words mean separately. I don't know what happens when you put them all together, though. I'm just going to start having everyone call me the Colonel. That's my new thing. I have been told I have good hair. Hey, dog, how would you feel if I insisted that you call me the Colonel from now on?
You'd have to pay me.
You just cut out, so like the universe doesn't want you to... The universe said no to that suggestion.
Oh, okay. I said you'd have to pay me.
I'm not going to do that. Not for something so dumb.
Well, we're in the Hall of the Mountain King now, virtually.
Yeah. Yeah.
After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. So, this is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy.
Have you eaten and slept several thousand times, Donald? Then it probably is.
Xanadu.
Ah.
Now
And
is
now
the
we get
time
to
to
play a
continue
virtual-
your work. Research assistance 0. Realism index 37%. Romance index 2%. Mold coverage 0. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistance to a task, or sleep until tomorrow.
Oh, jeez. New research
Here we
assistant.
go. New research assistant. Hired. Uploading job advertisements to university message boards. You hired Marianne, who studies fine art.
Assigned a task.
No new applicants. Mary. We can assign Mary to debugging, transcription, or speculation.
Transcription. Nothing to transcribe. Speculation?
No, it's fine.
Alright.
Time passes. Marianne summarizes the migratory patterns of bats in the tunnels.
Oh, the romance index went down.
Yeah. We hired Greg, who studies architecture.
Assign him to speculation. That's fine. Yep.
This goes on for a while, so I'm just gonna mess around with this for a bit, if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Are we like working toward a specific purpose, or is it gonna just kind of like?
Not really. Like, okay, what we're clearly doing here is
We're
like,
establishing how the people. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Finish what you were saying, because you're exactly right.
I was gonna say we're establishing how all the people we met on the way in got set up working with Donald.
You're right. Yes.
I love the fact that he has a romance index with his grad students. That's weird. Wow. Assigned to being a ghost?
Greg muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Weaver makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. Marianne discards centuries of exhaustive data on the uniformity of cause and effect. Intruders! The strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. I'm not convinced this is getting us any closer to the 0.
Shut up, Shannon. I'm about to beat my high score.
Look, the romance index is at
Oh,
50%.
good.
It's never been higher.
Oh, good. Good.
Rick, who studies library sciences. Let's do one more cycle. Weaver fixes some weird math with some weirder math.
That's how math works.
Greg carefully transcribes the sounds of dripping water and all their variations over a period of several hours. Marianne had ideas.
That's where I belong in this company. I'm the ideas
Weaver
guy.
follows the strangers into the tunnel. She doesn't return, but neither do they.
Weaver, what did you do? Oh, 60%. Good. Wait, Weaver disappeared and our romance index went up.
I want to keep playing. Fine. Andrew studies statistics. Let's see here.
I want to know what these job postings look like.
Rick had ideas. Marianne had ideas. Andrew had ideas. Greg had ideas. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Maybe we should try to start over or something? This doesn't seem to be helping.
What?
Romance
No,
index
romance
is
is at
98%.
We're gonna have a grad student orgy down in these dank, moldy caves.
You hired Roberta, who studies fairy tales.
Ah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Rick types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Greg transcribes experiences. Andrew transcribes experiences. Marianne had ideas.
Donald, you have some issues.
Yeah,
really
Donald,
need
you
to
have some
get
like
over.
unrequited shit that you're not really that you haven't really worked out.
Okay, romance index is 100, but if we wait until mold coverage is also 100, then we can get some serious infections.
We got Amy.
Amy, Roberta. Who's left? Andrew? The other guy's name was Andrew?
Everyone's got ideas.
Oh, we already have Andrew.
Intruders!
Okay, now we just need to kill Rick and Greg. And we've made it to present day. The mold is gone. The strangers stole our mold. Oh, romance went down.
All that debugging made the romance index go way down, if you know what I mean.
But the realism went up. Yeah, that's like how the real world too.
Alright, come on, kid, we got stuff to do. That was a rhetorical question. Quit game?
Quit game?
I only understood you as wanting as far to quit.
Eat the lamp!
Smash the computer! Don't be ridiculous. Maybe you have to wait it out. Wait indefinitely. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass, mold accumulates, you and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the center of the room. The black mold is intensely flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves behind a sweet narcotic perfume. One night you have visitors, outsiders, different ones. And later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves.
So Lula's now outside waiting for us. Let's go get her. I don't remember why we needed to find her, but she's there.
Scene 11. Still dropping.
Because the song gets faster every time. Oh, hey, he's right there. Oh, hey, Lula's there.
There's Lula. Hello, Lula. I've met a few of your former assistants, one who can't help but hear things. So this
Donald,
is what became
there have
of
been
our
some
project.
complaints.
Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know. He published his version, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We've been looking for you. So you found the address data? Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald, would you be a dear and crunch these numbers? We're looking to sort out a street name collision. Dogwood Drive. Wasn't the Bureau gonna process that? I insist. I have cycles to spare. I'll just pack my pipe and get to it. Should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over to... I'll be at the Bureau for the rest of the night. Just mark it private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the Bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. Now we, too, recede into history. Good night, Donald.
Nighty-night.
Meet me at the Bureau and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around. You got that?
Counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around.
Between us, I think you should drive.
Well, we got directions back to the Bureau and all of our bear friends.
So we finally cleared up the original trio here and what they were working on.
I mean, in as much as they had some strange molds they were studying in these caves.
So the gate is now open, and now we can leave.
Oh, good. What's that backpack?
I think that was the thing that had the cat food in it.
Oh, okay. Ooh, tape recorder. But that's a perfectly good bookshelf. A couple of nails, coat of paint, we can fix it right up. Homer! I missed you.
You notice something a little weird?
Johnny's got his bike.
No,
the truck.
we're on the other side of the bridge.
Is gone. Yeah. Well.
Magic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just things are just in the zero. Both sides of the bridge are on at the same time. That's how it works in the zero. I love that Johnny is Junebug's version of
the dog. Yeah.
Just like a pet that waits by the car.
What happened up there? Not actually sure.
Not sure.
Very mysterious, ma'am.
You have to be kind of an 80s neckbeard in order to fully appreciate all.
Shall we continue?
Let's do it. Counterclockwise to the CRT.
So I thought this would take 2 hours. It took more like 3 hours.
That is fine. That is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, well, guess what? We ain't done yet.
We gotta get back to the bureau.
We gotta get back to the bureau. I'm sorry, did he say clockwise?
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise to the cathode tube?
I believe. Counterclockwise is the opposite.
The cat carrier. The backpack.
The backpack.
No, it's clockwise? Alright, let's check the damn thing. Shit. Oh, counterclockwise is this way.
Counterclockwise is to the left. No, that's...
Oh, you're right, I am going
That's
clockwise. Oh, man.
There you go.
How am I so mixed up today? This is really bad. The children... Ah, shit, we're...
Because you're a millennial and you've only ever had digital clocks your whole life?
No, not at all.
You don't know how to write cursive, and you're killing the toilet paper industry? Okay, now turn around.
It's the cathode ray.
It's like constellations in Kingdom of Loathing. Your feather, the wheelbarrow. I'm just waiting for something like horribly inappropriate out of nowhere. Just like the anal beads. Like, what? Ah, hey, we're back.
Bureaucracy Labyrinth, we're back.
Hooray! Bears. Bear friends.
Scene 12.
My favorite Final Fantasy.
Really? That one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I'm not,
pretty much.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong,
unabashedly.
because I don't give a shit. I don't give that much of a shit anymore. You know?
I mean, I'm a bit stoked about the remake, but
they're gonna remake that one?
No, the 7 remake.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do want to see how that.
I played the demo.
Where is there a cat?
Fun. Yeah.
Cats don't really eat bread.
No, they just eat souls and joy.
Oh, we're playing as Junebug now. No, we're playing as Shannon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cat.
Meow.
That's a cat shape.
Meow.
You cannot pet the cat.
Damn it. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend this game.
You can't really pet the dog either. You can feed the dog. Ding. Oh.
Dang. There we are.
Hi, Lula.
Is a skirt really appropriate spelunking gear?
No.
Junebug don't give a fuck.
Nice place. Sometimes I forget the acoustics in here have a way of grinding one down. The results just came in by courier. Good news, Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference their results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman collects the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing.
Nah. These circumstances, I'm not getting on no ferry with... That ain't happening. I know where that leads is bad.
That's fine. Are you going somewhere?
We're gonna die.
I'm feeling impulsive and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there. Did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks, and deep.
He's a good man. Thorough.
I like how we have in this scene that we have Junebug following us in this scene in case you haven't noticed the noises already. And also the stiff way in which she walks.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we got her the oil can before we came down to 0.
How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows?
A million years.
Alright. What happened?
Up to you. I don't want the responsibility of this.
You know this already, right? You know what they're talking about. You have an idea.
Honestly, it could be a lot of things at this point.
Okay, well, what could
it
it
could
be?
be Ira. It could be Ira. It could be why his leg looks like that. It could be why they're looking for Dogwood Drive.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a lot of stuff.
It's that one other thing we left at the wayside, actually. So, we were in that graveyard.
Oh, damn it. Or that. Also that.
Time for a flashback. Scene 13.
Where we found out how we have to clean the timing crystal.
How did they find that out?
Diggity damn do.
So this is one of those scenes that I consider kind of like bureaucracy scene, from Act 2, where it's incredibly slow, but I really like its tone. And by the way, this is starting exactly the same way as it did last time, so we can say whatever we want here.
That's the opposite of what we said.
Either way, we know that Junebug stays outside with Ezra.
And Ezra looks for lasers.
That's fine. We're playing as Conway this time. The church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels.
Well, let's have us a little sit down.
I don't know what I expected.
The strangers, he kept saying.
Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to talk about it, but...
What'd you find down there? Flashback into a flashback. Oh, the helmets. God damn it.
When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared suddenly, ran away, but we thought...
You thought she was dead.
Yeah, I guess I don't like to say it. Dead. And then the next time I flipped to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned to my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank kind of gray. There's tape on the walls like markings. And desks. A classroom, maybe? The camera is in the corner, so it's the sort of 45-degree angle into the room, and there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted. Fuzzy. Shannon coughs into her sleeve. It's dusty in here, right?
I hadn't noticed has spooky undertones to it.
Maybe it's me. I'm kind of allergic to... The hell was that? Did you hear that?
Must have been the church settling.
Must have...
Nothing to worry. Down we go. Oh, hey. Colors are back. Oh, hi, friends. Oh, hi, Orange Clan, or whatever the hell that was. Nonsense. We are playing as the spooky glowing skeleton man now.
We have visitors!
Oh boy! Who are these new visitors?
The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes in the room. It is patient and sounds like he should be smiling. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business.
What's this job? What's the job? Why not?
Certainly. I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go.
Damn it! Well, it's not an old church. That's all I'm willing to say right now, for sure.
Still has a kind of reverence to it. And what's that smell? Like bread. Baking bread?
Bread. For the brick sandwiches. Skeleton's name is Doolittle?
When it hits you, it's gonna hit you hard.
Doolittle.
No.
Sounds familiar.
Not about that.
The bread.
I mean, when you figure out where we are.
We're underground. And adjust your outfits.
There's some protective headgear. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. Oh, but we don't wear glasses.
I am not taking off my shoes.
So that won't be an issue. Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way.
Who are you down on the lower levels? Who are you folks?
Oh, by the way, Shannon still got her degosser.
Oh, good.
So we can degoss the skeletons.
Well, that's good. Can we degoss Conway's leg?
No.
Because it's basically made of skeletons. Earl?
This is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some used calves to store the hives, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in logistics.
Yeah, because he was in debt. That's Larry and Rosa and Pearl. Well, that's Larry and Rosa. I don't see Pearl. Pearl didn't have orange hair.
Wow, check this stuff out. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. Yeah, I've got it bad. Seems like such a shame to let it fall into ruin, you know? Like that computer back in the cave, Xanadu. Thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Just yell it out when you realize where we are. More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Gotta relay the formula.
What formula?
What formula? Oh, the formula changed our lives. Once, years ago, we were as prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Compounding interest by hand, reassessing amortization and leveraged asset distributions according to nightly merit decay. Then she stepped out of the dark caves to show us the light of the formula. She had a brilliant grasp of mathematics and a saint-like way of speaking right through the numbers. Now we just plug our daily numbers into the formula and let it run all through the adding machine. We occasionally suffer some surplus drift, but she instructed us all in the necessary adjustments. It was devastating to see a revered mathematician go, but she was needed elsewhere. Her legacy abides.
What jobs are they working?
I don't know that it's been settled just yet. You see, sometimes we take on newcomers already in debt to the distillery. One of the foremen will find something for them to do, chip away at their sum until it's all settled. That's what I'm doing here, chipping away. That's what we're all doing. We're gonna move on now.
But what is the distillery?
What is the distillery?
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers, ad copy, that sort of thing. Discerning shades and heartsick lovers have long since known the taste of hard times and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. So the trucks are just east a ways and shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery.
Wait, wasn't there something in one of the older acts, a store, like the miners were being paid in company store tokens or something?
Yeah, they did say that. Oh.
Hey-o.
Okay, there are places you can click, and there are places you can not click.
Can't just go clicking willy-nilly.
Alright. I suppose there's a conversation over here. Okay. This is such a weird segment. We were just having a nice conversation in an abandoned church.
And now we're in this, like, massive industrial...
Industrial? Well,
like, well, they're producing and distributing something. And, like, it could just be the whiskey. I might just be overthinking it, but...
I think you're overthinking it a little bit. Like, he did just say hard times.
Yeah.
This is the distillery. But remember, the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, one of those things, proposed use, graveyard, original use, distillery.
Oh.
That's why there's a graveyard over it.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
That's why we're here. Because of that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
sure I made a stupid joke about that at the time.
Oh, yeah, and that's a thing that you don't usually remember, but when there's a callback, like, this is foreshadowed, this whole thing. You know, we got some computer issues of our own. Personally, I am opposed on principle. Am I boring you yet? Are you simply dying of boredom? I myself could discuss this matter past sunrise. We're trying to fix this old computer in the caves. Of course, I'm boring you. Let's move on. This guy ain't fucking listening to us at all.
You're not... But why? Well, because I remember in the play, Harry had a line about, like, they buy up your debts and turn them into, like, they distill your debts into the whiskey or some ominousness.
Yeah.
Which is what we got thinking on that whole, like, Soylent Green line of thinking.
Yeah, like, that stuff, those are the lines that are, like, the most interesting in that whole scene. That's probably my favorite part of the whole scene, when he's like, no, they have new ways to calculate debt and process debt.
Yeah.
The aging warehouse. Down here, there are no seasons. Do you see what's wrong with this picture? I'll give you a moment.
Those aren't casks. Those aren't casks.
Those are not casks. Those are casks. Those are caskets, not casks.
Casquettes, yeah. I don't want no corpse whiskey.
So I guess these are like before and after?
I always knew this is how they made Fireball.
In coffins, yes.
I mean, I'm no one to judge.
You know, it's fun. I did not actually notice the caskets until this run. I just...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did not, actually. But just, like, looking at it, it's just like... It's right there. It's right there, man. Come on.
I know I've been making these comparisons a lot, but there's an episode of Alice Isn't Dead that is very specifically about, like, a creepy factory building a coffin. And,
Oh!
Oh! Hey-oh.
I'm glad that happened, because I think I was absolutely stuck there, and I don't know what happens if I get stuck in this game.
Then you have to play through the whole chapter over again.
Oh my god.
Except you probably can't zip through it as fast as I did on that other game. Watch our old Phantasmagoria stream. Find out what...
Does he say anything about any of this?
I don't know. Why are they on fire?
Here's the charring yard.
Is that what they call it? Is that... bourbon? Comfort food?
Oh, of course. We don't really exhume them anymore. We tapped that source years ago.
Okay! That's good. That's... Just makes you wonder how odd it might feel to be, say, a recovering alcoholic going on this weird factory tour.
Okay, let's go find the trucks.
Yeah, Shrike, the first encounter with Praxis. It's creepy as hell.
You know, I'm actually kind of lost right now.
I mean, I'd love to help you, but...
I'm not sure where the game wants us to go. Because there's places you can click and places you can't click.
Well... So Doolittle seems to think we're the new employee.
Here's some stuff.
Some pretty modern equipment.
Top of the line machinery, a dramatic improvement. We used to bottle everything by hand, but these machines are marvelously effective. After all, the distillery can't just fire them, then how then would they settle their accounts? Well, that's progress for you.
I would love to sit down with the creators of this game and pick their brain on organized labor and higher education, because they seem to have some opinions.
They seem to have some ideas, yeah. You know, a game with a lot stronger, like union themes than this game that is on your list, Night in the Woods.
Oh, really?
Yeah, way stronger themes in like union and you know, solidarity and that kind of stuff.
Fine, I'll play Night in the Woods.
Yeah, you should.
God.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game, honestly.
I know... All I really know about it is you play a girl who is a cat, and you have come home from college.
Yeah, she's coming home from college, and you don't know why. And that's it.
And you are a cat.
Yeah. Here it is. Now, I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks?
I feel like Conway might have drive long hauls back in the day.
It's a lonely kind of thing, or so I hear. And you can drive safely, can't you? I haven't any doubt.
Yeah.
Now, it's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened with Miguel this evening?
What?
Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment, or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger, but if we're speaking confidentially, well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks, too, we're all just thankful he had no next of kin. So let's just see if we can bring up the dispatcher. Ah! The accident that Joseph was talking about at the very beginning of the game.
Oh.
Must be the same incident.
Right.
Just coming to me now. A lot of things just coming to me now on this like third playthrough. $10.20 on that load. Come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012 City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch. You may have found Miguel's replacement, though thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. Introduce yourself. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here.
I feel... I'm not really here for a job. You folks know anything about a moldy old...
You folks... 99 wheel holder, gotta pay the water bill. So. I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh?
Alright, I guess we're doing a safety check now?
Headlights work fine, see?
Railroaded into a job.
That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight, and dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, eh? Drivers sleep in the day, then? Sure, those that sleep. Miguel pulled extra day shifts when he could. Sometimes he helped me, you know, sometimes over in bottling. He shouldn't have been out driving at dusk. Weird shadows, soft light, dangerous. Headlights look pretty okay. Conway had to get off the highway. Too loud, too murky. He turned off into some gray cornfield in Indiana.
Empties rattled under the passenger seat. That seems fitting with his backstory.
He kept them over there so the smell wouldn't spread. That window was always open a crack. He had to pull over. He needed a nap even if he ran late, or he couldn't night drive in his condition.
He needed a nap.
He was only human. He'd been out since the headlights were on. Didn't even stop for coffee. He cracked a beer at 3, eyes on the road, 4:30. He dodged some stray cattle. The headlights were coming back on. Rockford could wait. Early morning. Couldn't be much worse than late night. What would they care? He needed a few hours. He just needed a few hours. So, moving on.
Having been at work waiting on trucks, early morning is...
I have got some serious cotton mouth. I'm going to just grab a seltzer real quick.
Seltzer. I kind of want to strangle this skeleton man. I kind of hate this guy. Nothing like rotted body, formaldehyde, and flavor gas.
Okay, sorry to do it in the middle of this segment because I do really like this segment, but it's hard to read so much. Oh, sure, I know you'll want to look. Kick the tires. That's a thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves.
That's not why you kick the tires, friend. It's to make sure the lug nuts haven't come loose.
They can be fragile.
I really want to just...
Absolutely, a truck deserves care and fearful respect like a glass elephant. Miguel was a good driver, but he didn't have that quality of deference. Conway sat in the dim room full of folding chairs.
Oh man, here we are.
The walls and ceiling were painted with old smoke. Someone read from the book. He drank coffee. As it is.
He just waited for it to be over. I've never been to an AA meeting myself, so I can't be sure what it's like. But it doesn't sound like a fun place.
No, but they have evoked the proper mood with it already in this game without even saying anything about, you know. But hey, here we are.
Oh, yeah, no. Folding chairs, smoke, coffee.
We know where he is. You know, we know exactly where he is right now in his brain. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions like a program of action or a good, orderly direction. Spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual. All the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning.
Oh, man.
He knew it was time to hit the bar.
Relapse.
He's relapsing.
Yeah.
It was good to get out of the heat, away from the mendacity. He settled into it. Someone else from the meeting was there, looking rough.
I feel bad about making him relapse, but it is the more dramatic option.
Right? Yeah, kind of. We are kind of affecting his... But the story keeps bringing these things up. It's not a mistake, you know? And it's not like we get to affect his story, I wouldn't say.
Yeah. But I do feel bad about it.
Yeah, just
That's a good
just
thing,
a little
by the way.
bit. It's like good storytelling, I feel like.
Yeah.
She was on a bender, a week and counting. She'd arrived at the meeting drunk and sat in the back because she didn't believe in it. She read a lot of French books and didn't believe in anything but the benign indifference of the universe. It was comforting in its way. She didn't have to prefer one thought or day over any other. All she had to do was drink
Existentialists.
and stay indifferent. Look, we're trying, all right?
Look, I can understand destructive alcoholism. Reading fucking tolerate it.
Bit hard on the knees and back at our age, eh? You'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job, and some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here. I really shouldn't do any lifting these days.
But I've got this magical skeleton leg. I can load so much things.
Let's see, well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for your health and safety. Sounds like a lot of work around here. Conway woke up on baled hay. Everything was too bright. His head hurt. The usual. Lysette and Ira argued loudly just outside the barn door. She wanted Ira to take him inside and shower, have some coffee, get to the job. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It was an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off and then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
You know, I didn't make that connection until just now, but it seems to really make sense. Yeah.
Oh no!
Wow.
It was a...
Charlie was alone on that roof. Charlie was alone on that roof.
Wah ha ha.
Does Conway close his eyes, or does Conway step out of the barn?
Step out, shielding his eyes. We gotta try.
He tried to say something reassuring, but just sort of stumbled around it. Lysette looked away. Ira just spat and went inside to wake Charlie. Ira was a stubborn man, so Charlie went along and Conway drifted out again, and he didn't hear about the accident until months later.
Ha ha ha. That's a lot to be carrying around.
Conway has been carrying that the whole time, obviously.
Yeah.
They seem to have a decent torque to them, eh? Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. Always clear skies
Watch
down
the weather
here.
closely.
Yeah. I wouldn't know if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Have I mentioned I rarely, if ever, leave our facility? I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. They ditched class for the day to drive in the rain. It was pointless to stay. All review. He was a lost cause and she didn't need it anyway. She was smart, bored. It was time to cut out. Shitty day for it, though. 83 in biblical flood. Where did they go?
They went to a bar. Obviously, they went to a bar.
They pulled into a dive bar with an afternoon open mic. It smelled like rose water. They smoked cigarettes, drank awful hooch, whistled buckets of rain. She sang about someone she wanted once to have loved. Brown hair curled around her ear. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey.
Who is she? Who is she? She is the one that the nice robots saw.
Yeah, she's the one that Junebug and Johnny saw all those years ago.
They poured another drink. I need to find who this woman was.
And another and another. She worried it was getting dark out, then it was getting light out. They ended up in someone else's field, in someone else's car, an early morning joyride in a sunrise collision. She got on the bus, and he hiked back to his car. He sat in his car and went over some options. Chicago? Toronto? Barrow? It seemed like a bold and impulsive gesture at the time. As he pulled out of the parking lot, he removed his hands from the steering wheel for a moment and felt the car drift into a decision. Years later, he'd think of this as the moment he himself started drifting.
Barrow would have been a bold choice.
Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now, tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you're starting in the morning.
I
really can't. Yeah, we gotta finish this delivery in a few... 10:33 dispatch. Got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10-4. Back it down and prick your eyelid, driver. Come back, Lim. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. 10-4. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. Silence.
Yeah, it sounds great.
You know that new sound you've been looking for?
Oh,
well, listen to this. So, I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal, eh? I've got one more thing to show you. All right.
I don't want to see anything more from you, Skeleton Man. John Mulaney's got a great bit about what a weird movie Back to the Future really is, if you think about it for more than a second.
It is, but it's such an integral part of my childhood, and I love it so much.
Oh no, it's a phenomenal movie. I love it to death.
It's an A+
like...
movie. Movie? God.
Movie?
We need to end for tonight. We're starting to close up for tonight, finally.
We're getting this feels like it's coming to a close though.
We are coming to a close, yeah. It's getting pretty dark in this place.
I doubt they're gonna if they start the whole ferryman thing back in the present time, I feel like that would be stretching this chapter on way further than it needs.
Look, we only came here looking for some answers about the stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the moldy computer. The black mold, it's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see? As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air, the angels share. It goes through the vents here and out into the caves. If we can scrape up that mold, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it, squeeze and condense the angel's share back into drinkable whiskey. Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff, so we go down and scrape it off as equipment, just like any other place it grows. Oh, you can scroll back up. You can scroll back up on the thing. Yeah, I'm familiar with the angel's share, thanks to Catherine.
Yes. Yeah, it's bunch of fun little facts.
Yeah, good.
And a good narrator, too.
Yes, very good narrator voice. VO for that.
Like, I kind of want that guy and Rux from Bastion just voice.
Oh, Logan
something.
Cunningham?
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those two.
Logan Cunningham's been in a few games, and they've all been pretty good.
I remember I played Transistor. I don't know anything else I've played with him in it.
Did you play Pyre?
I have not played Pyre.
You did not play Football Exile Manager yet?
But that's the same studio, right? Giant or whatever they're called.
Okay, not to get distracted from that. I will tell you about Pyre later, because I do like this.
Pyre later.
I do like this section coming up. Try cleaning off the timing crystal. That'll get you going. There we go. That's how we learned it. We learned it from this guy. That whole scene was just to establish how we learned about the timing crystal.
Which I also want to point out, the first time when we were playing, they were gone for maybe a minute.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they were gone this long.
And I realize a good chunk of this time was Conway having, flashbacks, but still, there's some wibbly wobbliness going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Tsunagi brings up, I don't know if your answer changes depending on what you told Donald, but I'm willing to bet it does.
I would imagine,
Because
because we made that decision
you
before we
made that
saw
decision to scrape off the timing crystal because it sounded the most interesting.
Yeah, and the answer itself is pseudoscience nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. It's not the point of what we were doing down there.
Correct.
So
here it is, a beauty, wouldn't you
say.
say? It's an antique, you know. Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired.
Not a fucking chance.
Wait, we can't. It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff now, single barrel. He doesn't. Down the hatch. Venum memoriae mors.
No, I do not wish.
I
would not like this.
I'm trying.
I do not want.
I'm trying. I am trying.
I do not like. Stop.
Conway has made his decision.
Damn it.
Because that's what addiction is.
I mean, yes, but also damn it.
Yes, but also, goddamn it, He's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is top-shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink... Well, and there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep on my back-of-the-envelope estimations. Well, we all have that in common, I suppose. All of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle up your affairs, of course. The interest begins to compound immediately and... Well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then.
Fuck! You ever seen Fargo?
I haven't, but I've heard of like what it's like. It's like about a kidnapping plot, but a fake kidnapping plot.
It goes horribly, horribly wrong.
Yeah, and
There's
I imagine most of the people involved dies.
Oh yeah, no, it's very violent. There's a scene in a used car dealership where a customer gets very angry at some misleading claims. It's a very similar kind of frustration.
I see. I just like... So we flash back to here, so I guess they start in the morning. I guess.
Bullshit, they can fucking try and make me.
I'm confused.
Of course you are.
It's just the way these things go, kid. Hey, well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry?
Junebug, I need you to focus up here. Look, when you see the glowing skeleton man, we dogpile his ass and stomp him until there's nothing but dust. Homer, you can sit this one out.
Next time.
The fuck? was a woolly mammoth.
Thank you for joining me tonight, folks. That is Act 3. That was 3.5 hours. That was way longer than I expected, even. But I was right. Act 3 does take its time.
Yeah,
And it
hurts.
goes a lot of different places. What a good act. That just really, like, keeps the story going and really starts to establish some of the themes that we're talking about in this whole production.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the first two definitely were a bit loose in focus, and that one tightened it up quite a bit, and then it kept tightening, and and now it's wrapped around my throat, and I feel like I can't breathe.
Next time, folks, a river ride. A nice leisurely drift down a river underground. I think we'll do this Tuesday, next Tuesday. How's that sound?
Tuesday sounds good to me.
All right, Tuesday night.
5 the following Thursday.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday next week will be set. Will be Act 4 and Act 5. I think that'll do pretty well.
Sounds
so
good
I
to
hope
me.
you all will join me for that, folks. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. We will see you next time. Good night.
See y'all Tuesday. Nighty night.